connection looks like it's a little weak. Am I the only one having Facebook connection problems, you guys? Hi, this is Daily Dose of Eartha.com, and I learned something really interesting yesterday that just really got in my head. It was about perfectionist type of people, which I am and slash am not. I am a perfectionist in that I want to be my best at everything I do, or my thought process is why do it? You know, it's like, why start something if I'm not going to be the best at it? And or not the best, my best, Eartha's best. I learned something about that. Well, number one, perfection is the enemy of action. I mean, that's just, hi. Let me say hi to you guys real quick. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Carmen. I actually just woke up from a nap. But I just really had to jump on real quick while I still have some sunlight. So, you know, perfection is the enemy of action. And I learned this about perfectionists. Perfectionists, which this is part me, you know, we sort of shoot ourselves in the foot because we have this thought and we go, okay, I have to do this, I have to do that, blah, blah, blah. And then we start overthinking and then we go like, yeah, you know, we're all ready and revved up and we got it down and we're good. And we sit down and we like get in front of the computer or get in front of whatever it is and we're like, about that. Where do I even start? You know, because there's so much overthinking that we just can't even like get down to the start. And this is what I always told my kids, you know, they're about to be 21. Yeah, 19, 21, and 4 and at the end of this week. And what I always tell them when something feels overwhelming is to dial it back and simply do this. Start at the start. It's that easy. Start at the start. Think about it like this. If you had an idea, say, for a book, I've got a great idea for a book. Oh yeah, I'm going to write it. And then you always think of going into writing. Then I have to go get do I need a ghostwriter? Do I need a publisher? How am I going to get the money? Now I need artwork. Now I need graphics. Now I need I need to have a, what do you call that? A marketer, a distributor. So then you've overthought it so much that you can't even get your idea out. You know what I mean? It's like, don't overthink it. You don't have to overthink something. And this is slash part of that reason. We are not, if you're like that, you're not born to just be led your whole life. But we're taught to be led. We are taught from day one to be led. You know, we're led by our loved ones and our parents. That's a good thing. We're led by our teachers. We're led by school. We're led by society saying that you follow this pattern. You let other people constantly tell you what to do. Okay? And there's a lot of people who are really happy with that. There's a lot of people who are like me who just aren't. There's something else out there. We know there's something else out there. I know I have to do this because I need the money. I've got to put in these hours, but I know there's something else out there. That's the scary part, where that's where your perfectionist part comes in and you're like, but what if I fail, if I have to lead myself? What if I look silly if I'm trying to lead myself and I don't succeed? You know, what is that going to look like to people? And that's a fear. And this is why I call this, do you wear your costume every day? Because of this. And I really hope this sinks in. If you're like me, here's what you do. And this is a hard pill to swallow. So listen to me because I'm talking about me too. Really, that's based in ego. That is your ego. And your ego is not your amigo. Okay? Your ego, that's your ego. That's pride. And it's a costume you're wearing. And it's called fear. To cover up your fear. Okay? So that's your pride and your ego wearing a costume over fear. So if you wear your costume every day, that's why I called it this. I want you to really analyze that because that'll help you break out of it. It'll really help you go, am I doing that? And it's a hard pill to swallow. It is. When you have to look at yourself and say, hey, do I really do that? Am I living in ego? Am I living in my own fear bubble? When you feel so proud and so big and so strong and so fancy and you feel like, you know, I'm good. You know, it's like I'm leading other people. But then when you have to go do something else, you know, maybe you're the leader in your company, but you're still being led by your company. You're still in a security bubble. When you have to break out of that and do something for yourself and you don't feel so high and mighty, you actually have some fears about it. But instead you cover it up with, well, I just have to have everything perfect, so I just won't do it. That's really fear, you guys. It's really fear. And I hope this is helping you overcome some of that. I have found a way to break out of that personally. I found something online that I can do from my home. So taking that costume off, okay? Take the costume off of your pride. Take it off of your ego, because what it is, it's a costume called fear. And you're covering yourself with perfectionist, that's just going to stop you from really being what you want to be. I would say what you're meant to be, but only you know what you're meant to be. You're stopping yourself from what you want to be. Thank you guys for my thumbs up. I'm going to say hi to you real quick. Tell me what you think of that. Is this a thought that's kind of ringing in your mind too? And hi, Krista. Hi, Ignacio. Thank you for watching. Hi, Michelle. Michelle said she's an overthinker. Yeah, she told me about that. She's like, I overthink a lot. But Michelle, I want you to notice how amazing you are. You joined with me. You've been amazingly coachable. You have really put your heart and your passion, and you put all of that aside, and you are amazing. You busted through your first pay raise, and you're about to hit your next promotion, and it's only been like barely a month. So that's what happens when you do that. When you put your pride and your ego aside and you say, you know what? I'm just covering up my fear. And you go for it. You just go for it. And you're not alone. You're not alone with me and what I do. We have an amazing support system. But you are a business owner. So if you have that in you, if you're thinking, I've got this in me, I'm working for somebody else, but I'm so creative, I've got so many ideas. Has this ever gone through your mind? If I was the boss, this is what I would do different. If that thought has ever crossed your brain, I hope this message has helped you to explore your options. I have found it. I'm doing it from my home, from my phone, on Facebook. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Carmen. Thank you guys for jumping on with me. I sure appreciate it. I just had the most awesome nap ever, and I remember always being at a job, about 2 or 3 would come by, and I would just be like, oh my God, I wish I could just lay down. I just wished, you know what I mean? How many times have you guys went on your lunch break and slept in your car just for half an hour? So it just feels good to actually be, in charge of your own life. So anyway, I just hope that thought has helped you. If it has, give me a shout, give me a holler. Don't be afraid to leave a comment. I love your comments. You are important to me. You matter. And you can take action on your life. Don't let your perfectionist be the costume you wear, because it's really fear. And you don't have to live in fear, I promise. Hi, Lori. Thanks for jumping on. I'm going to go now. I hope this has helped you. If it has, please leave me a comment. If you're curious about what I do, talk to me. It's just a conversation. Let's chat. Bye, guys.